On this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I manifested this check for over $2,600. So if you're interested in learning exactly how I did that, make sure and watch the rest of this video. Hey, what's up guys? Nick Arapkiles here. Welcome to today's video. Really excited for you to be here watching this video. Hope you enjoy the scenery. I decided to come outside out on our balcony and make a little bit different type of video instead of inside. Finding a lot of different places to make cool videos here in our apartment, and there's definitely some other places down, and actually just hired a videographer, and we're gonna start working together this up at the end of this week. And so there's gonna be a lot more cool content coming out. We're gonna make a lot of cool different things. So definitely always leveling up and always making my content better to make it better for you guys, to make it more engaging. On this video, again, I have this check right here. It's for over $2,600. In fact, it's just a little over that, $2,663. And this check actually came a while back, but I wanna show you and explain to you this story on how I really manifested that. Okay, as I showed in this video right here, is that I've been attracting a lot of crazy cool stuff in my life. On that particular video, I was showing you how I did like $2,800, kind of just attracted that to me out of nowhere. And then just a lot of other cool things are coming into my life, and it's for a specific reason. And I mentioned one specific reason. It's about this whole thing called the alchemy of self. And again, I had a few people that said that they're interested in me sharing exactly what that is all about. And if you are interested in that, put an AOS down in the comments down below so I can be sure that I know that you guys would like me to make that, because this is kind of a topic that I think can be a little misconstrued, and people might think that it's like a little quote unquote woo-woo. The way I would explain it, and the way I will continue to explain it, is that it's very backed by science and it's very like strategic. Okay, so if you guys are interested in that, again, put in AOS down below. That all is a culmination of like why I attracted this into my life. And again, I'm gonna share the story here on this video. So if you guys are new here, make sure and subscribe to the channel. If you love this type of content, smash that like button down below. But even more importantly, share this video with a friend. Share it with maybe 2 friends. Okay, get this message out to more people, because I'm gonna start sharing the real truth about this stuff. Like, yes, I love sharing stuff about YouTube ads and making sales and generating, you know, customers inside of your business and building a business and all that kind of stuff. And that stuff is vitally important. And I will continue to share that because it is essential. But there's a missing piece that so many people are not sharing, and it's this stuff that I'm about to share on this video and then future videos. I'm really gonna start integrating this. One of my coaches, he's kind of like my personal performance coach, if you want to call it that. He was sharing the fact that he thinks that I should really start sharing the stuff that I'm truly passionate about, that is all the stuff behind the surfaces that I haven't really shared on my videos before. So I'm gonna start integrating that into my content because it's so important. It's the reason that I've had this uptick of success lately, and it's something that I want to share with you guys so that you can start putting it into your life and having massive amounts of success, like hockey sticks of success. You know, you kind of just, I showed that infographic on the last video. It probably looks like this, is like where you just get these success that just shoots up. And where does that come from? How does that happen? And that's the type of stuff that I really want to share with you, because I've been at this business stuff for a long time, but I haven't had this like uptick and this confidence and conviction that I know that things are going to happen, like just massive success. So this, again, I want to share this stuff with you guys. If you're okay with that, let me know if you guys are cool with that, and I'm going to share that with you. But without further ado, let's get into this content and share with you exactly how the heck I was able to generate this $2,663 check, just kind of literally out of nowhere. So, and I'm wearing this tank top. I wanted to wear this because it's one of my favorite tank tops, but I wanted to show you guys one thing, is that some of you guys probably notice, and you know that if you've been watching my channel for any period of time, you know that about 7-8 months ago, I tore my pectoral tendon right here. And you can kind of see the scar. That came out of a very dark place. Basically, I was dealing with a lot of stuff. My business, I didn't have my passion, my purpose, my fulfillment within my business. I was dealing with a breakup that was not going well. I was not handling it well. And I just had a lot of stress on I just felt like nothing in my life was going well. And it was really getting dark for a while, and it wasn't something I really wanted to share in the moment. In fact, I still have resistance towards sharing it, but I know that my authenticity is the best. What someone told me the other day is authenticity is the new currency. And so I really want to be truly authentic on this channel and share the stuff that's like close to my heart, and I want to get this message out to more people because it is important, and it's the conversations that I've been having lately that I want to share with everybody watching my YouTube videos, and I want to continue to grow this channel and share this type of stuff with more people because this is the real stuff, this is the truth. And I've kind of held back in the past from sharing this stuff, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm sharing the truth. I'm being open, honest, vulnerable, authentic, genuine as best as I possibly can. Not that I haven't been that before, but I want to take it up to the next level. I was going through a dark place, and then all of a sudden, like, I just felt like I had so much stress in my body. I was working out one day, I felt very strong. That was the one thing that was going well in my life. But I was lifting one day, and all of a sudden my pectoral tendon just ripped out of nowhere. And it wasn't like I was lifting this crazy amount of weight, but it just happened. That was a really tough time to go through because one, I didn't have health insurance, so everything was out of pocket. I had to live with my parents for like 3 months. I was sleeping on a recliner for like 4 weeks. I think it was actually longer than that. It might've been like 6 weeks. I was in a sling. Like, it was just like not at all what I wanted to happen. I was actually planning on traveling to Colombia right at that point. So it was like I had to put my life on hold. It was a really tough time. It really shook me though. Like, I'm eternally grateful for that happening because it really shook me out of where I was. Because although I was in a dark point of my life, it was like a message from the universe. And I was never like really thinking about like all that kind of stuff. It was just like reflecting back on it now, I'm like, that was a message from a higher power, whatever you believe in. It was telling me like, Nick, wake up, like get out of your rut, like let's go, like let's get your stuff together. And so that made me realize that I had to take a step back. And I had to relax because I was so stressed out. I was always stressing about all these different types of things. And it wasn't until like that happened where I was like, okay, like let me relax. Let me work on myself. Let me focus on personal development. Let me start growing myself in all the categories of life that I want to grow myself. And the 4 main ones are communication, marketing, success and high performance, and spirituality. Those are my 4 things, and I just got to work. I started working on myself so I could better myself in each one of those areas. And so that slowly but surely I started doing that. Now, to get back to this whole idea of the check, or this whole story about the check. So basically, like I said, I did not have health insurance. As you can probably imagine, getting surgery on a pectoral tendon, it's not cheap. I don't recall, and I don't think I really want to share exactly how much I paid, but it was a lot, okay? It was a lot. And so when I paid a lot of these, I had to pay all these different places. I had to pay the actual center where the surgery was happening. I had to pay the anesthesiologist. I had to pay physical therapy, like a bunch of different things. We don't need to get into all the details, but and here's the thing is that they made me pay like up front, and they said that these are always estimates. So a lot of times what happens is that when you pay these, a lot of times there's bigger bills that come down the road because it's just an estimate. So I paid the center where we had the surgery, I paid the anesthesiologist, and that was a big chunk of it. And so I had my surgery, I got all things squared away, and then I finally got back here in Arizona because everything of this happened in Colorado when I was living with my parents at their place. I got back here and all of a sudden I got a check, or not, excuse me, I got a bill in the mail from the anesthesiologist, which the estimate was about half of what I actually had to pay. It was an additional bill that came, and it was like double of what I initially paid. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, when I thought this was already super expensive, like it just got even more expensive. And so I was like kind of upset about that. And then basically what happened is I finally got to a point when I got back to Arizona when things really started dialing in and I really started working on myself. I started focusing on my business. I started focusing on my personal development. I really engulfed myself in bettering myself, and again, in all 4 of those categories. And it's interesting is because once I really started taking action and all of that kind of stuff, I started getting little signs from the universe, little breadcrumbs, as one of my friends likes to talk to, saying that you're on the right path. Now, I wasn't like balling or anything. My business wasn't flourishing. In fact, I think I got like 1 client and things were starting to like take place and starting to go on the uptrend, but like nothing major was happening. I could just kind of like, I could sense it. And so what happened next was probably a few weeks later is I actually got this check in the mail. Okay, I got this check in the mail for $2,600, $2,663. And so at first when I open it up, I see that it's actually from the medical center. Okay, it's from the medical center of which I paid to have my surgery there. I look at it and this was just like maybe a month after I got the bill from the anesthesiologist, which was like double what I paid initially. So the amount that I paid at the emergency center, or the medical center, it was the most expensive part of the whole thing. And I look at it and I just think to myself, I'm like, no, this can't happen. This can't happen, that I paid all this money and it was just an estimate, and now I'm gonna have to pay like double what I actually had to pay. And so I was like, for a moment there, I was really getting upset. But then I was like, all right, well, I have to open this. I have to see what's going on. So I open it and I'm like, oh no. And I see the amount and it's $26.63. And I look at it and I'm like, no, not another bill for $2,000. Like, I mean, I could pay it, but it's just like, it wasn't something I wanted to put more money into, right? But then I look at it a little bit closer and I see, obviously the amount is still the same, but it's not a bill. It's a check, okay? It's this check right here, $26.63. And I'm just kind of elated. I'm taken back, because yes, it was amazing that I, essentially manifested this, because what happens is, like, this doesn't happen. From my perspective, from what I understand, is that, like, these estimates are always bigger. Usually, like, what happened with the anesthesiologist is that that's what happens. You pay an estimate and then it's usually a lot bigger. This doesn't usually happen where you pay something and then they send you a check because you overpaid. That doesn't really happen in the medical space from what I understand. And so it's, like I said, it was very cool that I got this money, because definitely great timing. I wanted to invest into a particular coaching and I used this to do that, and that took care of most of all the coaching. The coaching was $3,000 for me to invest into my YouTube ads coaching. And so that was great that I had more money to invest into myself. But it was more so on how it happened, and noticing that, like, this is my strong belief now, is that you are responsible for your life, and whatever energy that you put out there into the world, that is exactly what's coming back. So the way I perceive this is that I was putting in so much good action. I was putting in so much good, I was having so many great thoughts, and I was, blasting them out into the universe. And this right here, this check, was a little breadcrumb. It was a little sign from the universe telling me that I was on track. Now, again, like I said, it wasn't like I was balling or anything. Like, it wasn't like I was making all this money. I was feeling like I was getting to a point where I was, about to break through. But it wasn't like I was like making a ton of money or anything. Just within the last few months is when everything really started taking off. And so when I saw this, that was a sign. I knew the universe was kind of conspiring with me, and it was telling me that I'm on the right track, that I'm almost there, that I'm getting there. I'm getting a lot closer. And that's what excited me the most. Again, yes, the money was awesome, but it was more so like the fact that I had been taking good actions, the fact that I had been thinking good thoughts, that I've been developing these new beliefs, that I've been really on track and staying disciplined with my personal development and my communication and my influence and my marketing and my personal development, my spirituality and everything. And I was just really tackling that. And this right here, this check, was a sign from the universe that told me that I was on track. And after I saw that, I took even more action. I kept going harder. I kept on developing my beliefs even more. I kept on, thinking good thoughts even more. And I kept on building that and stacking the scales, as I talked about on the last video, this video. So that's the story on how I manifested $2,600. And that's what I wanted to share with you on this video. And you notice that this type of content is different than what I've been teaching lately. But again, my coach, my performance coach, told me that it would be smart of you and it would be very serving to your audience and the people watching your videos if you really started integrating the stuff that you're truly passionate about. And that's what I'm doing here, because I am so passionate about this stuff. I want you guys to have massive success. And obviously, like I said, I teach all that stuff about business, about YouTube ads, about generating sales and marketing and all that stuff. And that's so important. And I strongly believe in that stuff. And I am very passionate about that stuff, but I am more passionate about this stuff. And I feel that this is the stuff that really makes all the difference, is really putting in the actions, the personal development, having a strong vision. And that's something I'm going to talk a lot about, is your vision. And I'm going to talk about that. Let me know if you guys do want me to talk more about vision. Let me know, put in vision down in the comments, because that's something that really made all the difference, because once I got a vision that I wanted to be one of the best YouTube advertisers on the planet, that's when things started like shifting in the right direction, because I had a vision, I knew where I wanted to go, and I was taking the right actions, I was thinking the right things to take track and get into the lane of reaching that vision. Okay, so it all came from the vision, and then the actions that followed the vision all started with the vision. And that's the stuff that I'm so passionate about. That's what stuff that I want to share, and I want to continue to share with that if you guys want me to share that with you, because that's the stuff that was most important. Because if you have a vision, you take the right actions, you stay disciplined with the personal development, stuff like this can happen. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for us, the team, the audience here, because we have a huge vision for helping over 100,000 people become laptop lifestyle entrepreneurs, to be strong business owners that are making an impact in the world. And that's what I want for you. So I'm gonna start sharing the stuff that really got me to where I am today and where I'm gonna continue to keep going. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I appreciate you. Let me know if you like this type of content. Let me know if you enjoyed this story. Let me know, share with me some stories of what maybe you've manifested some money in your life, or maybe you've manifested some other things in your life. I'd really be honored if you would tell me more about your guys' stories, because I want to make this more engaging. I want to have more comments. I want you guys to start engaging in the Facebook group. If you guys have not joined that yet, it's called YouTube Ads Mastery. There will be a link down in the video description. But thank you for watching this video, guys. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure and do so right now. Share this with some friends. Like this video if you did. That way we can kind of boost this in the algorithm, get this out to more people. Like, let's blow this channel up so we can impact more people. That's what I really want to do. And that's why I hired a videographer. That's why I'm leveling up my content. And that's why I really want to, just make this the most engaging content for you, because I know when my content is more engaging, I can get my message out to more people, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works, is that when people are more engaged in my content, then it boosts it up towards the top of algorithm, news feed, and all that. And then more people are seeing it, and then it's just kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy where like the channel just really starts to blow up. Like, I'm at 14K right now. Let's blow this up to 20K, let's blow up to 50K, 100K. Like, I want to do that because it's going to impact more people and help more people. So let's really help that. And so you can do your part by sharing this video, liking this video, letting anyone know. Just even if you have a couple friends you want to share this stuff with, like, share it with them so we can really get this message out to more people. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate your time. Thank you for spending and listening to my story. We'll talk to you on the next video.